Nouns. Ayan. Everyone can see? Yes? What are nouns, everyone? I'll give you a clue. Ayan, it's on the screen. What are nouns? So we need to agree on the terminology kasi, no? Para when we refer to certain items in a sentence, we will, we understand each other. What are nouns? Pwede naman mag-Google. But kahit mag-Google, ayaw nyo? Okay. According to ARC, a word other than a pronoun used to identify any of a class of people, places, or things, that is a common noun, or to name a particular one of these. These are proper nouns. All right. Okay. So yes, nouns are names of people, like the icons show below. No? People, places, things, thoughts and ideas, and feelings. No? So all of these can be names. If it's a specific name, like Datu Odin Sinswat, did I pronounce it correctly? That is a proper noun. Jane is a proper noun. Pronouns are substitutes for nouns. Ano ang pronouns? Ito yung he, she, it, they, them. No? Para instead of just repeating the names, we can use these pronouns. All right. Thank you, everyone. Now, they can be categorized into singular or plural. I know you know this. We're just reviewing. We know something is singular if it's only one. Plural if there's more than one. Okay, now we need to know singular versus plural each time so that we can use the correct form of the verb, diba? So remember that. Hindi pwedeng walang bale kung singular or plural. It has to matter. So let's talk about this. Sige, let's go around the room. No? How can we make a singular noun like file plural?
To add s.
All right. Files. So file becomes files. How about number 2? Chris, kahit sa chat. I think your audio doesn't work pa rin. How can we make that plural? Number 2. Everybody, please be ready. I might call on you. Dami kasing items. Codes, according to Chris. Thank you, Chris. Sunod, ARC, number 3. Meetings. All right, good. Mods, 4, 5. Clients with an S.
Client.
Ayan, campaigns. Thank you. We can add that. Okay. So, hindi ko na pa sasagutin yung 11 to 20. This is just a review. But as you can see, some words have a plural, some words don't have a plural. Okay? So, I will type this in the chat. Please observe. With plural form, they are called countable nouns. Okay, everyone? If there is a plural form, if you can add S or ES, they are called countable nouns. If they don't have a plural form, they are called non-countable nouns. So what are other examples of non-countable nouns? Water, salt, sugar, furniture, jewelry, equipment. All of these, we do not add S. They don't have a plural form. How can we know for sure if something is countable or not countable? It's like this, very simple. So everyone, look at me. Look at the number of people in the room, persons. Count by pointing. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can count by pointing, then it is countable. Number of chairs, number of computers, number of tables, number of light bulbs, okay? As long as you can point and count each time, that is countable, which means you can add S or ES. Now, can we point at water? Can we count water? 1, 2, not water itself, no? Or hair, or sugar, or flour, or rice, or power. We can't. So they are called non-countable nouns. So what do we do if a noun is uncountable? Like water, music. No? We can count songs, 1 song, 2 songs, 3 songs, but we can't count music. What do we do if we have non-countable nouns? Treat non-countable nouns as singular. Okay, treat non-countable nouns as singular. So the music is nice. The music is too loud. The water is cold or is hot. So ganon ka simple. So the rule to review, kapag countable, we add S or ES. So you have clients, meetings, files, because we can count them. For other countable nouns, the word changes. For example, child becomes children, life becomes lives, crisis becomes crises. So take note, everyone, that's the correct pronunciation. Singular, crisis. Plural, crises. Ganun din sa thesis at theses. Hypothesis, hypotheses. All right. Question so far? Okay, I'll continue para mabilis din, para hindi kayo nabobore. And besides, this is just a review. All right. Again, pag non-countable, treat it as singular. So you have data, internet, no? The internet is slow. The information is available. The information has been sent. Singular lahat. Sige, let me ask some people here. Can I ask for volunteers? Please use the following non-countable nouns in a sentence as a subject. So halimbawa, steel is blank. The data is blank. I'll be waiting. Ayan, meron na. So I want these words to be the subject. So in that sentence, si Sir H yung subject eh. So ito, tama yung sa tawi-tawi. Steel was used to reinforce the building. Correct, no? Steel was. Kasi steel is non-countable. When something is a material, no, steel, it is always non-countable. So please construct the sentence properly na lang po, no? Capital S and then put a period. From what the equipment has arrived. The data was already sent. Very good. How about staff? So staff, na? Walang staffs. Wala ring stuffs. Kung noun ha, noun. Pero kung verb, pwede yun. Oh, ayan, ako na naglagay, the staff is present. But even if you mean 5 sila na staff, no? You can still say that. The staff are present. Okay? The ORVP staff are all present today. So pwede siya, but you don't add S. Okay, the data is very confidential. Very good, everyone. Now note, no? Sometimes, I'll give you an example. Kain na naman, ano? Laging kain yung example ko. Chicken. What did you have for lunch? I had chicken for lunch. Malinaw yung message ko? Kung ano yung inulam ko? Manok, di ba? Chicken. I had chicken for lunch. How about I had chickens for lunch? What picture comes to mind? Natawa si Amiki. Ano na-imagine mo when I said that? I had chickens for lunch.
Parang poultry chicken na ulam.
Anyone? Ano na-imagine mo? I had chickens for lunch. I want to eat chickens.
Sobrang daming chicken na.
Right. Hindi lang yon, live. Ayan, no? Sabi ni Faith sa no? Parang hayop talaga na buhay pa, may balahibo pa. Yun yung,
Poultry, ma'am, poultry.
oo, poultry, no? So, you have to be careful. In that sentence na tungkol sa pagkain, I'm treating chicken as an ingredient. I had chicken for lunch. I will have chickens, nako, buhay na buhay pa sila. And the same for material. It is made of steel. It is made of paper. Hindi siya, it is made of papers. But we can use papers if we are referring to documents. The papers are on the desk. The paper is cheap. Halimbawa, paper is cheap. Okay, so you have to distinguish which one you want. The advice shared by the staff was inspiring. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, now, we mentioned non-countable nouns kanina, di ba? If we really want them to be plural, if we really want to be able to count them or to measure them, we use partitives. Partitives are words like sets, pieces, or bottles. So now you can count water, no? Bottles of water, sets of data, pieces of advice, pieces of jewelry. All right. Good question. And I often get this question. Okay, ang tanong ni Jehan ay, the speaker gave advice or advice, depende sa spelling. So I will type this in the chat. Advice with a C is a noun. So in your case, advice with a C, Jehan, kasi the speaker gave advice. Advise, and notice the pronunciation, okay? Advise with an S is a verb. The speaker gave advice. The speaker advised us to get our national IDs, for example. Nasagot ko ang tanong, Jahan? Now, you used an, okay? When to use an? Use an, a, or an only with countable nouns. Kasi a means one. So we can't say there is a water, di ba? We'll say only there is water. But we can say there is a bottle of water. Does that make sense, everyone? We use a or an only if it is countable, because we are counting it by saying a or an. If it cannot be counted, do not use a or an. Correct. A pagka consonant ang simula ng susunod na word, a boy, a printer, and if the next word starts with a vowel, an apartment, an office. Yung the ang specific. The. Any more questions related to this? It's also like a partitive. Bunch of bananas, bunch of grapes, bunch of friends, bunch of employees. Okay lang siya.
Na countable nouns, ma'am. Okay lang, bunch of data, bunch of information.
Okay. So partitives can be used with both countable and non-countable. So, di ba, we can't count bananas. We can still say bunch of bananas. Bunch of people. Pero yung bunch mismo can be made plural. Bunches, lalo na kung marami yung piling ng saging, no? Bunches of bananas. Pwede pa rin siya maging plural. So in that case, ayun, countable yung bunch. Ganun din, groups of people, groups of information, groups of sentences, pwede rin. Groups, bunches. Si Sir Yas ba yun? Sir Yas, nasagot ko po ba yung tanong mo?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. I'm glad. Okay, sige. So now, let us focus on partitives. Sorry, ayan yung drawing ko, no? May cup, may bottle, may sack. So, partitives. So, like I said, no? Yun pala yung susunod na topic, no? Like I said, we can use partitives for non-countable, like water, and also even for countable. Drops of water, bottles of water, deck of cards, set of cards. All right, let's go around the room. Sige, please use partitives for the given nouns. Let's take number 1. You can type it in the chat. Oh, so it's everyone na ha, free for all na ha. Para mabilis tayo. Hindi niyo nakikita yung slide? Current slide, sorry. Slice of cake. Ayan. So, slice of cake, slices of cake. Correct? Set of pants. Pants. Actually, pair is better. Pair of pants, pair of scissors. So, depende sa noun, no? Sometimes meron silang gusto talagang ano. All right, sacks of rice, good. Roll of toilet paper or rolls of toilet paper. It becomes countable na nga, no? And then, how about
Piece of
toothpaste?
paper, ma'am. A
Tube,
piece of paper. Pwede po ba siya?
piece of paper, yes. Or ream of paper or stack of paper. Tama. That's correct. Thank you. That's from
Thank you.
and Jane. All right. Sachets of toothpaste. Okay. So, lalagyan natin ng S kung countable. Can you count sachets? Yes. Kung ginamitan mo ng 3, you need S. 1, 2, 3. Sachets. Okay. Colgate daw. Tubes of toothpaste. All right. Bottles of juice. A pitcher of juice. A glass of juice. Okay na po? Everyone? We get the point, no? So, when you use question pa? Ayan. So deck of slides, sets of data, cups of rice or sacks of rice, reams or pieces of paper, pitchers of juice or pitcher, pwedeng singular nga. Slice or slices of cake, pair of scissors, pair of pants, roll of toilet paper, tubes of toothpaste. Ngayon, tama, it's a brand. Ngayon, I have, speaking of singular and plural, no? Ito madalas ko nadidinig. I'm typing it in the chat. One of the reason, one of the employee, one of the file. Oh, what's wrong with that? Bakit mali yung one of the reason, one of the employee, and one of the file? One of the computer. Anyone?
Because the subject should be in plural. Because you're referring to one of those many.
Correct. Thank you. I think that's Sir Yas. Thank you. Well, whether subject siya o hindi, no, wherever it falls in the sentence, if you want to use that phrase, you mean, kagaya ng sabi ni Sir Yas, there are many, and you're referring to one among many. So, it is always plural. One of the reasons, one of the employees, one of the files, one of the computers, except kung non-countable, like one of the staff. Okay? So that is the rule there. One of the things, that's correct. Because you can count things.